All right, we got this PGS XT1 glove. It is brand new. Client wants it broken in. Here's the state it's at right now. Yep. Hard to even get closed with two hands, if I'm being honest. I got some ideas for this thing. We're going to get to work on it. Here's the PGS glove before I send it off. In total, I had to go through this thing about 7 different times. Still not a super fan of it. Still not super happy with the way that all of it is. The tee in general just seems to me that just this like plastic piece inside, you can kind of see how it already doesn't quite come together. But after a bunch of rebuilds, this thing closes like a dream, seals up super well. Definitely that 590 closure. Again, there are some really cool ideas here, like with this floating cuff, even though it's about as floated as any other glove that we have come through that's laced in typical. We'll see what Kyle has to say after he uses it for a little bit. Opened up this beautiful McKinney glove. Out of the box, I'm feeling it and I'm like, man, this thing feels really good. You got that nice glove angle. It's kind of at the 580 position, if I want to be honest, where the pocket is. And the tee, it's a little bit forward here, but that's all right. It actually seals up the puck pretty good. So I'm really pumped. I'm like, this is a nice glove. And it's a full right. I go to close it. What the? Just the most odd closure I have ever seen. The palm and everything closes just fine. We need to work with this tee a bunch. Clearly the finger side of the tee is weak. I mean, this needs to be beefed up a ton. But we're gonna beef this glove up like we usually do. We don't take padding out to get gloves to close. We usually reinforce, rebuild, and get them to close super well. So we're gonna transform this glove right now. Here is our McKinney glove, and so much better. Not perfect, but so much better closure. I mean, this thing felt good from the start. It was already broken in butter, but there was some stuff going on with the palm, and there was also this tee here that was just absolutely in need of reinforcement. So we reinforced this entire side of the tee, and then I think after some time here, if I clamped this, it would actually seal up really nice. Got a beauty of a 70-degree Vaughn here. So kind of looking like an XP glove. I don't know the exact of these Vaughns yet, but you'll see when we look at closure. This is Christian Mann's practice glove. Someone else sent it to us, but my boy Mann's, I got to watch this guy play against the Force, and right away at Warmies, look at this closure. In Warmies, as I was saying, I knew right away he's a beast. Had a phenomenal game, just honestly, phenomenal goaltender. Beauty set, beauty graphic. Now I think is with Sioux Falls, but we're going to get this glove dialed in for this customer. It's a practice palm, remember, so this thing is beefed up, but it's really not too bad. Once we break this thing in, it's going to be the perfect glove for this goalie. Let's do it. This thing here had the world's most greatest and high quality palm in it. I just love it. Again, I can't say enough about Mans and watching him play. We got a floating tee on this glove for the goalie that purchased it and is going to use it. And the goalie wanted it game ready, so we put a game ready core in it. Obviously, nothing but the best coming out of the lab here. Just game ready. Vaughn XP glove. I love these 70-degree Vaughn XP gloves. A lot like a 590. Just a beautiful glove. Check that out once. There she is, floating tee, and it's going off to stop some pucks. We got a custom Premier 2 glove here. It's a 600 break, so it's more like an E-Flex, but this thing here definitely needs some closure work. It has seen better days with the padding bulging out in the palm. We might have to rebuild or put a new palm in. We'll see what this thing is going to take, but it's going to be closing up like butter real soon. Complete rebuild, clean, sanitized, completely, you name it. So excited to dig into this thing. Let's go. We got this CCM done. Such a beautiful glove. Completely rebuilt, sanitized, cleaned, relaced, and closure fixed. This thing closes like a dream now. Typical 600 break glove. Absolutely perfect. Oh my goodness. We got a lot going on this morning. Got both ovens going. This is a break-in, and this is not going to be going in the oven. This thing is soggy and loose. But the reason why it's a perfect candidate for a break-in, I got to get my hand in here once. Typical. And this thing is stinky. Oh, I'm pulling the wrong one. All right, get my hand in here. I'll show you guys what happens over time with these gloves. Breakdown, okay? Right there. This palm, that bulge where the fingers bend, that's where every goalie's fingers go in these gloves. Typically, goalies are getting gloves that are just made too big for them. I'm going to put it out there and say they're hopping up because they want bigger gear, bigger equipment. You can use smaller equipment and be more successful. When you get the bigger equipment, you will be much more successful. But this glove here, your fingers are meant to go all the way in here. Most goalies, their fingers end up on this crease line, and then it bends in. If I put my fingers in all the way, then this glove is decent, typical Bauer closure that we're looking at here. But we're going to rebuild this glove, reinforce it. It's seen better days, so we're going to get it back to new. Okay, we got this here break-in order completed, and let's give her a try. I rebuilt this glove from the ground up. Like I said, it was pretty rough. Added some padding to it, reinforced it a little bit, but only enough to keep it game ready, because I figured this goalie wanted it game ready, and they only paid for a break-in, so we just kind of went with this. And here is your Hyperlite 2 closure. The fact that it's a Hyperlite 2 and not an X5 honestly helped. The materials inside are really strong. This whole palm, I had my wife re-sew in, which definitely helped. There's still a little bit of that bevel here, but it's really just the skin, and it gets pressed down. I think we could put a stick in here and take that out. But with this closure, this good. I didn't have to stitch the palm in or anything. We just broke it in, and we're going to be sending it on its way. Completely rebuilt, new lacing. Not pocket lacing, but restrung. This is one beat up ultrasonic glove right here. So it is skinned as a Hyperlite, and we got insane finger curl. We're going to fix up a little finger patch there. Fix up the palm. When we rebuild it, we'll be able to get all this situated. But here's what we're looking at right now, and in its current state. Look at this beauty now. I can't even recognize it. Such a nice glove. We got non-waxed skate lace in the pocket here, and I can't tell you enough how well these gloves close after a simple rebuild. Closure is just phenomenal. So good. We added padding to the palm, added an extra finger plate because it had such bad finger curls, so I hope it doesn't come back. A little bit to the thumb area here, new foams on the inside, fixed all that up. So this thing is ready to go. What a beauty. These two-piece gloves take forever to rebuild because the cuff is a separate piece entirely from the rest of the glove. It's actually completely sewn two flat skins together, so it takes a lot longer to get these together. Here's our closure. I had this thing sitting for a while, so even tested it out there. It seals up, I'd say, just like a Vaughn glove, even with like the padding being as strong as it is. I think with these Vaughn gloves, what happens is the padding hits before everything else, and that's what kind of makes it hard to get past that closure to slap thumb and fingers together. But all in all, the closure is great. We added a little patch here because the fingers were blown out, and this glove is ready to live another day for sure. Another one in the books, heading home. Let's go. Got a Net Zero 3 here, intermediate, all worked in. Absolutely butter. This glove is awesome. It has a very unique feel right away. The T bends opposite directions. We got it reinforced. We got it set up. It is pretty broken in. Should be a super solid glove for this goalie. 12 years old, going to be snagging pucks everywhere. Enjoy this thing. I'm breaking in the last couple orders before this trip, and this one here, it's a beautiful mock glove. All I had to do to this one before we start to break it in, I got it to close in both breaks. So typically this glove here struggles to only close on this break, and when goalies only get their fingers in a little bit, it makes it really tough. So through a series of processes to get it to break in the right spot. Here is our closure with everything buttoned up. Honestly, it's good closure. We just need to get it to open up better. And obviously, it's going to be snappier and even better. But here's our closure to begin with. We're going to work with this thing for a little bit and then break it in even more. We got a retail mock here in one of the more recent builds, so it was built super well. Just a couple tensions had to change to get it to this point. Just a beautiful glove, wide open pocket. And when it starts to close, you can just feel it. It just goes the rest of the way. Such a nice glove. I'm actually kind of sad to leave it here, and so much padding, so much thickness. A beauty getting boxed up and sent back. Check out this true 7x3 glove here. All black glove. We got the silver lace in there. I tried a new stitch on the lacing as well, and I absolutely love it. These 590 gloves, they just slap together once they get broken in. Gotta love a 7x3, especially this one.
What's that? Brother,
Ooh, baby, do you know that's what?
brother,
Ooh, heaven is a place on earth.
Full Right Nation, we have a gorgeous Eclipse glove here. Absolutely gorgeous. Check that out. Custom embroidery. So these gloves, they do have closure. Like, it closes. Only used a few times. But what I don't love about them is they get stuck on the T here, and there's a huge gap. So if you guys look at this, I got a puck here, throw it in the pocket. So you catch a biscuit, and then you turn your hand over, shake it a little bit, and it can fall out. It has to be perfectly in this crack Okay, so the puck would have to, like if the puck goes in like this, you're going to be just fine. The puck has to be at a perfect angle, and then you have to shake it for it to fall out through that crack. But as you guys can see, I have the glove tight, closed, and a puck can just slide right in there through this crack. So we're going to work on this glove just like we did all the others to get it to seal up right here, because I don't think that's acceptable. Oh yeah, check that out. Now we got it completely sealed up. We have this thing, no pucks coming out of here. It's gonna get buried on the inside, and ain't no way this puck's coming out. Completely set up, completely different, actually seals. And on here, might show you guys a different look, but we got it to seal up on the ice as well. So just a phenomenal break-in process here on an Eclipse glove, the way that this thing should be off of the shelf. This thing is gorgeous. We got an original Carey Price E-Flex glove here. Yes, it's Lefebvre. This is a game-ready glove. His 600 break designed specifically for him, and a 600 break it is. Check this out. I did not touch this thing. Did not touch this glove. The build is so great. Okay, I touched it. We relaced the pocket, but I didn't break it in. We didn't work on the closure at all. This is how this glove came. It is a beauty. The challenge was to relace the pocket just like the original, and finding these thin laces was tough, but after a couple months I tracked them down and we got it all set. This glove is beautiful. It was a game-worn Carey Price glove, and it's now headed home back to the collection. So happy to be able to work on this thing. It was an honor and a privilege, and I can't wait to show you guys the next one.
I'm walking down this road of mine, this road that I call home. So am I wrong for thinking that we could be something for real? No, am I wrong for trying to reach the things that I can't see?
We got this optic in. It doesn't even close any more than this. It's all getting stuck. We're gonna work this entire glove, try to get the T-point to be straight so that there's not this big gap. I'm just going to take a full rework. I'm going to get to work on this thing. It's one of our gold orders. We got batches going on, so this thing will be taken apart and worked on here in a couple weeks. Alright, this is one of those gloves with the example of just over time, the sweat buildup, the minerals inside the glove make it really hard to close. We dialed this baby in. So I had this whole glove apart, relaced every single part of it, and it's all cleaned out and sanitized. And it's super fresh now. So all the parts are cleaned, the foams are brand new. You can literally feel the cuff. Like this goalie wanted all this done, and it is essentially a full rebuild just to get the cleaning and sanitizing done. So while I was in here, we got it all dialed in. And this Optic 3 closes like a charm. Look at that. So nice. Such a beautiful glove. Opens up wide. Heading home. Such a cool glove with such cool colors, but man, this thing was a mess. So I'm not sure if this was from the factory or not, but I think it was because of the way that it was laced. But I will say this thing was atrociously put together. I mean, the T wasn't even in the right spot on the finger side over here. So we got that fixed up. As you can see now, just beautiful. And because of that, we were able to get this glove to snap closed and spring open, no problems. I mean, this thing is as flappy as it gets for a Vaughn, and it is a beauty. I will say that this one, being a full right, it's just weird, but I see it. The molds are different, I don't know, but it is different. Like, there are aspects of this glove that are unlike a V9 regular-handed glove on the inside, so it's just an interesting thing, interesting fact for you. But in all, we got this thing done, and we're going to express it back. Woo! For one happy customer.
Let's go. Welcome to the main event. Applying pressure, but I promise I ain't make it dance. In their heads, living free. I ain't paying rent. Wake up in the AM making cheese.
One of the greatest gloves ever made in my hand right here, the T5500. Obviously, this thing needs a little bit of work. Eyelets, perimeter lacing, but closure is not an issue. And when I say one of the best gloves ever built, I mean it. This is really cool. Hybrid single T. Kind of has the double T with the extra piece stitched on. But I mean, this glove here, from the shape to the closure, everyone loved it because you can close with your pinky, you can close with your thumb, you can close with your index finger. It works. It closes. Build more gloves like this. Or you know what, Vaughn? Bring this thing back like we're about to do right now. We got her back, the T5500, one of the best. And that's why it's the best. We have completely rebuilt this thing, had it in pieces. So we washed each piece individually. That's why it looks and smells the way it does. I know you can't smell through your screen, but if you could. It's fresh. We have relaced this original pocket. It's nice and deep. We've reinforced the T so that it closes up properly, and the glove is just snappy. And we have the gel back in place. I added a little bit more of our gel, so there's a modern piece of gel, but there's always a really nice spot with this index finger, and I think it's in the perfect place on this glove. Behind everything else, it just gives you that nice dampening effect when the puck comes in. There's a little finger curl, and I got that reinforced and solved. It's a little bit there, but that's just kind of these gloves and where they are. So I think this thing turned out really great. What do you guys think? Check this Warrior out. This is how much goalies love their custom Warrior gear. So nice, such a great glove. But it definitely needs some work. So it won't close because the T here just will collapse with the tear going on. We're gonna re-stitch that up, fix the T, try to fix up a couple of these other areas, fixing these up, and we're just gonna give it an overall full rebuild wash. This palm could be washed and then re-alternated into the glove. It's really not a bad glove at all. It just needs that gentle refresh so it can keep on living the good life. Wow, we got this thing back. So this looks a little funny, but in order to get this whole piece patched up, there was a huge tear in it. My wife put a patch across the whole thing, but it actually merges really well. It just doesn't have those sewing lines. Merges really well with the rest of the glove. I added padding and a new cuff to this glove. So it's a G4 Pro. It needed some work for sure. The inside, this thing has been used and loved, so we're going to hopefully keep it on the ice to be loved even more. Got a nice soft pocket, and it's really deep. Closure is unreal. This goalie had, the tee was kind of a mess, as you can imagine, so we recapped the whole tee. My wife copied the system here, got this whole thing back together like a pro, and then I reinforced with double the original plastic that comes in these gloves. So the tee is reinforced. We got a great seal all the way through. This glove is butter and it's awesome. Ready to head out. Get back on the ice. Oh, and I threw in a new liner. Had ordered a bunch of these liners. So this is actually an RG6 liner that was on sale, and it fits perfectly in the 4.
Stranger.
Are you looking for a bigger, more round pocket on your 580 glove? Well, here's a tip for you. Straight out of Devin Levi's playbook, take a tennis ball, or I got one of these styrofoam balls here. You can get it in the store. Place it right in the tee, and then you are going to clamp the glove shut or tie a lace around the glove overnight with this ball in the pocket. Let's get this all set up here. It's going to round the tee beautifully, but it might be a little overly round. Look at that pocket. When you close the glove, it's going to look like this. Puck can't come out of that little space. If it's small enough, throw your biscuit in here. Puck's not going to get out of that space. It's close, but it's not getting out of that space. It's just not quite wide enough to get in and out of that space. This works super well on 580 gloves. Enjoy. Are you looking for a bigger, more round pocket on your 580 glove? Well, here's a tip for you. Straight out of Devin Levi's playbook, take a tennis ball, or I got one of these styrofoam balls here. You can get it in the store. Place it right in the tee, and then you are going to clamp the glove shut or tie a lace around the glove overnight with this ball in the pocket. Let's get this all set up here. It's going to round the tee beautifully, but it might be a little overly round. Look at that pocket. When you close the glove, it's going to look like this. Puck can't come out of that little space. If it's small enough, throw your biscuit in here. Puck's not going to get out of that space. It's close, but it's not getting out of that space. It's just not quite wide enough to get in and out of that space. This works super well on 580 gloves. Enjoy.